Despite all the updating, messaging, emailing, and chatting we do on our phones every day, physical keyboards on Android phones have basically disappeared. We see a half-hearted attempt every once in a while, but that's about it. Some of this is because on-screen keyboards have gotten really good over the past few years, but a lot of it has to do with cost, quality, and the ability to deliver a great experience. There's usually one name that comes to mind when discussing quality physical keyboards on smartphones, and now, that company has released something powered by Android. This is our BlackBerry Priv review. While every other company has been busy begrudgingly competing in a senseless race to the bottom, where the only thing that seems to matter is how low you can get the price without sacrificing the wrong combination of features, BlackBerry has been hard at work enhancing their core experience. The Priv starts out by being everything you want in a spec sheet today. A Snapdragon 808 with 3GB of RAM under a curved 5.4-inch 2560 by 1440 display, clocking in at a stunning 540 pixels per inch. The soft touch coating on the back, coupled with the steep curve around the edge, makes this phone remarkably easy to use with one hand, which means a virtual keyboard of your choosing will get you the same experience you get on many other phones running Android today. And when you're ready to level up to something more interesting, all you need to do is slide up. The design of the physical keyboard is so subtle, there's really no way to know it is there when using the phone unless you're familiar with the hardware, a notion we confirmed when handing the phone off to strangers. So, do me a favor, and, how would you type on this thing?
Okay, so, where would I go to type? I guess like that, right?
Just like that, right.
So, take both thumbs right where you had them, and push up on the screen for me.
Oh,
While the other companies were hard at work making their software keyboards usable in every situation, BlackBerry has been evolving the physical keyboard. Unsheathing the keyboard creates an entirely new experience for the user, as not only is this one of BlackBerry's legendary keyboards, it's also a trackpad for most of the interface. On top of this, several keys on the keyboard are programmable shortcuts for launching apps and jumping position on the screen. These aren't new features for veteran BlackBerry users, but on an Android, it's a real treat. This experience grows beyond the buttons on the screen once you've adjusted to the layout. Word suggestions appear just above the keyboard for you to swipe up to access, and if you're really on a roll, you can swipe down and quickly access the Alt layout on the screen. It's a complete thought, one that no other company could pull off right now. A big part of what makes this experience work so well is the energy BlackBerry has put into Android. The Priv is running Android 5.1.1, and although a first glance might leave you to believe this fork of Android is quite close to the Nexus-style Android, there are a ton of changes under that materially home screen. The BlackBerry way of notifying you on the icon when a notification is waiting for you is a little redundant with the Android notification tray, but it sets the tone for this BlackBerry/Android hybrid experience being built here. BlackBerry Hub, BlackBerry Messenger, and the Productivity tab come together to make BlackBerry users feel at home without taking away from the Android experience. You opt in to almost all the BlackBerry features individually, which works out well for everyone. The only BlackBerry experience you can't get away from on the Priv is the notification tray. In an attempt to make it easier to sort through notifications, BlackBerry overcomplicated the tray with extra icons that don't always make things easier. There's also some odd behaviors with a handful of social apps when trying to show things in BlackBerry Hub and the notification tray at the same time, which needs to be fixed soon. According to BlackBerry, Priv stands for the privilege of privacy, and you can be sure security and privacy will be big parts of their message to the world. BlackBerry claims to have hardened the Linux kernel and added security measures to ensure your data is safer here than almost anywhere else. This is cool, right until you start using apps that leak your data for fun. So BlackBerry's DTech app fills in the gaps by telling you how secure you are in your day-to-day. BlackBerry's security promises are impressive, and on top of their promises, there's some cool ideas here, including some of the lock screen tools, but you are still only as safe as you choose to be on the Priv. We've had a great year for cameras on Android phones, and while the BlackBerry Priv doesn't shatter any expectations here, the camera quality is more than adequate. The interface is simple and doesn't offer a ton of extra features, but the resulting photos from both the OIS-enhanced 18-megapixel rear sensor and the 2-megapixel front sensor are great in just about every situation. All the basics are there: 4K video, quality HDR shots, and a panoramic selfie mode that makes sure everyone is in the shot. I wouldn't go so far as to call the cameras exceptional, but it's an enjoyable if basic smartphone photography setup. All of this hardware and software comes together to create a truly compelling experience. The 3410 mAh battery will have no problems getting you through the whole day, the speaker across the bottom is nice and loud, and the phone feels higher quality than most. Rather than participate in a race to the bottom, BlackBerry has made something that earned its $700 price tag. The Priv is without a doubt one of the best phones to be released this year, and it's something only BlackBerry could have made. Here's hoping this is the first of many great BlackBerry phones that are powered by Android. Thanks for watching.